right, welcome to the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Today, your boys TY and Big Drip are here. We're ready to give you our Godzilla vs. Kong trailer reaction. It's going to be super fun, super quick, about 15-20 minutes, nothing crazy, but we'll be breaking it down, giving you all the Easter eggs, story plot points that we can gather from the trailer, anything that's worth mentioning. I'm going to play the trailer now, and we'll play that, and then we'll come back and we'll be ready and we'll start breaking everything down. So let's go. Let's go in here. All right, 1 second. All right, here we go.
What's going on, guys?
See you next
it's
week.
your boy, Blacky White. Yeah, I know, I saw that. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Blacky White, signing in, man. We're just doing a quick trailer breakdown because we meant to do it for this week's episode of podcast, but the silly goose the silly geese that we forgot to do it. So we're here now on a random Monday to just break that bad boy down because your boy is stupid hype for this movie. This is right up my alley. I love big, dumb action, kaiju's punching each other in the face kind of movies. This is right up my this is my kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think for just a couple things right off rip. I do not like the choice of music that they had in when it starts with the rap music or whatever it is, the hip hop music.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that. I would have went for something more rock and roll, more.
I'm going heavy metal, baby. I'm going heavy metal. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But other than that, other than that though, this movie looks beautiful, like beautifully really shot. I'm really hoping that they take the human aspect of it and kind of put that on the back burner because the thing about it was the first movie we got, right? They were like, oh, there's too much humans. And then they hit us with King of Monsters. Yeah. And then the critics were like, there is not enough humans. And then, it's like, it's like, first off, no, get away from me with that. We've said it a million times. We're not here to see a Chris Nolan twist. We're not here to see, crazy deep storylines. We're here to see monsters punch each other and wreck some stuff. So
that's right.
That's what I'm going into it wanting. And it looks, that first shot of like the buildings and stuff coming down, I don't know what in context what that is. I'm assuming that that's the monster that they're going to end up fighting together.
Yes. So, okay, I'm so glad you said that. That's a perfect transition. So I'm genuine. Okay, so typically speaking, when we get movies like this, it's just like BVS, right? Same thing. And that shot you just referred to kind of reminds me of that opening shot from BVS, by the way. But when we get movies like this, typically when it's two quote unquote good guys fighting each other, there has to be like a third, an actual big bad for them to like team up and, so nobody has to die. But this isn't Batman and Superman. This is Godzilla and King Kong, two giant monsters that are known for destroying cities and murdering millions at a time. King of the Monsters, Boston is no longer. like the end of the end of King of the Monsters, they just decimated Boston. It's
Right.
gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so this isn't one of those movies where like somebody needs to like they don't need to come out alive because they're not really heroes at the end of the day. Not for humanity, anyways. They might be like heroes for the Earth, but they're not for us, right? So I'm kind of hoping there isn't a third bad guy for them to fight together. I'm kind of hoping somebody actually dies. Even though I love both of them, I kind of want somebody to actually win. You know?
Well, I think Caden said it in the comments about Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, no, you're right. It's Mecha Godzilla.
Well, I know. Okay, Mecha Godzilla is. He says Mecha Godzilla is the first shot of the trailer.
Yeah,
so is that him wrecking the city?
Possibly. But Mecha Godzilla is made to fight Godzilla because at the time, like in the old movies, Godzilla was still very much a bad guy. Like it wasn't established that he had like good intentions. He's trying to protect the Earth. He was very much just a bad guy, destroying cities and whatnot. He was just a mindless monster.
This is more recently that they turned him into a character that is for the world and for humanity. And I think that is a good.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a good turn of events. I like that they've made Kong and Godzilla more like they're the titans that protect sectors of the Earth or the Earth in general. I kind of like that, right?
Yeah, as do I. I also like that. I think it's I just read that comment from Caden too. So that's an interesting point. So Caden went ahead and he said that he thinks that the Godzilla we're seeing is a Mecha Godzilla rather than actual Godzilla. I don't think that's the case, simply because it's established in the trailer and as well as in the 60s movie that the whole thing is, and also in King of the Monsters as well, that it's like a how do I word this? It's like a territory kind of thing, right? It's like an alpha kind of thing where, because at the end of the day, King Kong's kind of intelligent, but they're still just predator, not predators. King Kong's not a predator, but they're still wild animals at the end of the day, right? So they're fighting for
King Kong, sorry.
So they're fighting for territory. They're fighting for whoever will be alpha. They're fighting for the title of king, right? So I think Godzilla is actually Godzilla, and it makes sense that they would attack each other. So I'm very much thinking this is actually Godzilla.
Well, okay, so why? So what I want to know is, and then they make it kind of abundant in the trailer that so the people that are bringing Kong to the rest of the world is that's kind of how it was set up in the other film, right?
Right. That's exactly how it was set up. But the big difference is
I remember you making fun of the fact that they got him.
The way they did it. Because
classic.
In that 60s movie, they made it abundantly clear. I just want to reiterate, in the 60s movie, it's just a guy in a monkey costume. It's really funny. But they make it abundantly clear, nothing can stop King Kong. He's impenetrable. He's basically invincible. Nothing can stop him. And then they just give him some berries. He falls asleep, and they put him on a boat. Right. But in this movie, and I'm a little mad that they showed us this in the trailer. It's made clear that they got King Kong because of the little girl, right, and that her connection to him. So they probably use that to their advantage to make King Kong not freak out when they put him on the boat, right? And I'm a little mad that they showed us that little girl, because it would have been a lot more cool for me to be questioning how they got King Kong on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Leading into the actual movie. You got to give me something to question coming into this movie. So Warner Brothers, Legendary, you gotta tighten up your trailers, man. You're giving us way too much information. I know this isn't like an Avengers-esque kind of movie, right? It's just, again, it's a giant monkey and a lizard punching each other in the face and shooting lasers and stuff. But still, I want to be able to question something, leave something to my mouth.
Okay, so where was this girl in the events of Skull Island?
Exactly. Who is this kid?
Who is this girl? Why does she have such a connection with Kong? If that means that they brought her there and maybe Kong forms a relationship with her before really quickly. Because if she wasn't in Skull Island, which takes place in, I believe, the 80s, no,
like
70s or 80s,
no, 60s. It's during Nam.
Okay, yeah.
60s, 70s, yep.
So she would either have had to been on the island during the time before, after Skull Island and before this film. And how did she get there? Did they, after the events of Skull Island, did they now know that Kong was there? So they sent other teams back there to maybe live amongst the Skull Island people. So I have a lot of questions, and I'm not as mad as you are that we got that. I'm okay with it because I think I have more questions now than I did beforehand. Right?
Okay.
Before I was like,
fair point.
Yeah, and all right, so now we get now we get Kong. He's on his way to do whatever the humans want him to do, right?
Yeah.
Which assumingly would be to take on Godzilla. I think. And Godzilla being the savage that he is, ambushes them, right? Ambushes them because Godzilla is the protector of the earth. He knows now that there's this giant monkey thing that's coming. I love that shot where Kong was waiting and he smashes the boat and then Godzilla comes up. I thought that was awesome.
Kind of looking over, right? Yeah, love it.
I'm stupid hyped for this movie.
Me too. So I just got what Caden was talking about with the whole Mechagodzilla opening shot and trying to frame Godzilla thing. All right, so I think I get where you're going with this, Caden. So, okay, that opening shot is a city being destroyed, right? For example's sake, let's say it's Tokyo, right? Tokyo gets wiped out. And because of the sheer extent of the damage and destruction, they're like, oh, it must have been Godzilla. Who else could do such damage in such a short amount of time? And, throughout the chaos, nobody could really tell what was actually going on, right? So that gives them an excuse to be like, hey, give me the funding and the material and weapons, boats, whatever necessary to go get King Kong and bring him here to destroy Godzilla. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where Caden was going with that. So I see what you're saying, and I get it, and I like that theory. That would be cool to see. And you know what? Leading into it, that actually kind of makes sense, right? Because we got introduced to those eco-terrorists in the last movie, right? Where their whole thing was like, so
they're going to be the ones, the eco-terrorists are the ones that are bringing Kong back to whoever. Because in the description for the movie, it says directly the eco-terrorists.
And they're trying, it's already established that they want to get rid of Godzilla because that was the whole point of bringing back King Ghidorah in the last movie. Okay.
Right. And I think the last shot in Godzilla King of Monsters, or at least the last shot that Godzilla was in, right? When all the other monsters are coming and circling him and bowing down to him, right? So Godzilla is, oh my God, straight up fire right there, by the way. That scene, right? Now it's established that Godzilla is in fact king of the monsters, right?
That's right.
So I think the humans are naturally going to pit Kong, kind of like Batman versus Superman. I'd hate to make the comparison.
We got. It was the best one we got.
But Godzilla is like Superman, right? He's the one that no one can take down, and they're bringing in Batman, or the eco-terrorists are like Lex Luthor. They're bringing in Batman.
And Batman's over there on Skull Island, right?
Right. And Gotham City.
They're Lex Luthor. Yeah.
So, and then, and I'm okay with that, right? I it's hard to make a monster movie that a plot for one that hasn't been kind of used already. So listen, I'm going to give you 3 things that I need in this movie to be satisfied when I come out. A lot of Godzilla and Kong fighting and punching each other or something else.
Yep.
Number 2, I need to have limited interactions with humans, right? Yeah. They can be in there to serve their purpose, whatever, right? You got Millie Bobby Brown, you got that other guy and that family, whatever. All right, I get it, right? You need them, that you need the eco-terrorists and stuff like that.
You need
limited time, though, please.
Yes, that's right.
Number 3, I need someone to say, save Mothra. All right, that's it. That's all I need out of this movie. I'm just kidding about that third one, guys. That's all right.
No, please, no, please do it. Please do it. Please do it. Please do it. I'll pay you money to do it.
Oh my God.
So I'm 100% on board. I agree. That is the best movie we're gonna get. So first, with the a lot of action between the two of them.
Yeah.
So it's already kind of established in the trailer, but
that
just
punch that he lands, Godzilla, epic.
Yeah. So just in case throughout the rest of the movie, those couple of fight scenes we saw, but I need this to be well lit, and I need it to not be like a Venom kind of fight. Remember that fight at the end of Venom?
Yeah. Oh, that was such a CGI mess.
Like I can't stand that. Like we have the technology to make
it kind of made me that scene kind of made me like physically ill. Watching
like kind of watching
it, nauseous. But from what we're getting, it does look like there's a lot of daylight, which I think they took a hint.
Yeah, exactly, and that's a big rarity. We don't get that, especially when it's giant monsters, right? Like they always make stupid excuses. Like even in the first Godzilla movie, they did it. There was a bunch of dust in the sky, and everything was kind of orange, so you couldn't really see them that well, except for that one shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of retcon that problem. So we'll see. Problem number 2. I get it, right? Like I agree 100%, but at the end of the day, one, it's too expensive to have Godzilla and King Kong on the screen for an hour out of an hour and a half movie, right? So I'm just gonna let you know right now, be prepared for a lot of humans. I hate to break it.
Yeah, I know. Listen, it would have been okay with the Japanese guy. It would all be him.
Yeah,
but he's dead now. So
yeah, I know, and he was a good character too. I liked that guy.
I liked when he was like, whatever the line he delivered last movie was like.
Oh, it was right when he was setting off the bomb next to Godzilla, so he would come back, and he said something. He said, "Long live the king." No, that was
no. His lines were dope every single time. Like he was like, Godzilla. Something Godzilla is like the king, like don't mess with him. Something like he was always the one who was like spot on, knew exactly what was up, and he was the one who like if you were like in that room, you'd hope you'd be that guy, right?
Remember the first time we heard Hulk speak in the MCU?
Yes.
Picture that, right? But for King Kong, and then he says, "Why did you say that name?"
I'm dead.
Mothra, why did you say that name? God, I hope something like that happens. I really do. I really do. Even if Mothra's only in the movie, nobody actually says the name, I'll be satisfied.
She's in it. She's got to be in it. She's got to. I think.
She is. She's a big part of Godzilla.
So also, the movie seems to be at a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes is what I keep hearing.
That's unfortunate.
So it's a rather short film, but if anybody in the comments, if you guys are here, let us know in the comments what you think of this trailer. I do want to get into a couple more things before we wrap up. There was a Stormbreaker moment. Now, what is going on with... Well, how did Stormbreaker get into this universe?
So I'm glad you brought that up because that's something I forgot to bring up. I can't recall whether or not I said this on camera, but I definitely said it at some point. Now, if you watch Skull Island and then the 2 Godzilla movies, it's abundantly clear that
he knows how to use tools.
Yeah, that, but also King Kong is nowhere near Godzilla in raw power. He's not even close. Like on several different occasions, Kong was struggling with his monsters in Skull Island, and Godzilla is a walking, moving, fire-breathing nuclear bomb that's much bigger than anything we have, right? So it's kind of it's very clear that King Kong needs the intelligent part of him to be able to beat Godzilla. That's where Stormbreaker comes in. Now, based off of the trailer, though, Stormbreaker seems to be actually...
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, I'm going to keep calling it Stormbreaker.
All right.
Because it basically is at this point, though. It shoots energy. It apparently absorbs energy. From what I can tell, it looks like it was absorbing all the energy. And then when Kong hit him with it, all that energy came out. So picture like Stormbreaker and Black Panther's armor put together. And
Right. So
what's King Kong's using.
The shot what we're referring to, guys, is the one that it's like a blue hue, and Godzilla like uses his fire breath, and King Kong's coming down on him with some sort of axe or some like thing, and it's absorbing Godzilla's fire breath, which is tremendously powerful.
Ridiculous.
And he hits him with it. I am so ready for this film. And I want to say, I want to say this. You should not be staying home for this movie. No, if you can get out to a theater, please go.
Do it. Seriously, let's be real, man. You want to watch that on your TV screen with the mailman showing up and your wife crying, begging, why don't you talk to me and pay attention to me? The kids are screaming and crying because they don't know what's going on and they just want to play PlayStation 4. They just want to play Fortnite. No, you got to go to the theater and you see this movie at its full potential. Like, I can't speak for anybody else, but never a day in my life did I want to watch such an epic movie at home on a TV screen. Nah, son, I want that theater, loud, vibrating, so loud that my seat's shaking kind of deal.
Exactly.
Go check that out in theaters if you can.
We do have something in the works. I've said it already. I've kind of let the cat out of the bag a few times.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So that's my fault. That's my fault. I got excited. What can I say?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's simple as that. We're excited, but we're trying to make something happen. We're similar to what we did with Wonder Woman. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, except it'll be a lot better because we're gonna be able to live stream. And we're hopefully, fingers crossed. This is all cement, right? Like if it's happening, we're gonna be going to the better theater, the better venue. We're gonna have better capabilities, and we're gonna come at you with everything we have. That's right. So be prepared. You'll be if you tune in on all of our February guest spots. Trust me, if it's a go, you'll be hearing about it so much that you'll be like, please just let it happen already. So
you'll hear it so much that you'll start dreaming about it beforehand, and then you have no choice to go. You ever get a song stuck in your head and then you can't get it away until you listen to said song? That's going to be our King Kong versus Godzilla review. So you're going to have to watch it or that will just never get out of your head. So I suggest you come check that out.
So does anyone have anything else, any other scenes that they want to talk about? There was a lot going on from what we gathered. So the couple of Easter eggs that we got is, Monarch is in the film. The eco-terrorists are going to be in the film. There's some sort of Stormbreaker. They're kind of like the 60s movie. They're bringing Kong to out of Skull Island and to the rest of the world. So there's a lot of similarities. If you have the stomach for it, I'd say go back and watch that 60s movie just to gather some clues.
It's from what I can tell from the trailer. So I went ahead and I watched that movie, and from what I can tell from the trailer, there are a lot of similarities. Even Godzilla showing up while they're bringing King Kong to they're in the 60s movie, they're bringing him to Japan. So assuming they're doing the same thing in this one, while they're bringing Godzilla shows up, same kind of deal, but instead it's a guy in a monkey suit and a clay reptile fighting each other. It's really funny. So I would suggest watching it. It's a funny movie. If you want a good laugh, go check that out.
Oh my God, Justice was going on and on and on and on and on about it. It was kind of funny.
I had so much fun with that movie. It's hilarious.
I watched 5 minutes of it and I was like, nope, can't do it. Sorry, can't do it.
It was so funny. There's a scene where King Kong fights a B-roll footage of an octopus. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Okay. So was that octopus an actual monster or was that just an octopus?
No, it was literal B-roll footage of an octopus that they got at like their local aquarium, and then had the guy in the monkey suit like off camera throw rocks at it. It was really, really funny.
Okay.
It was really
I
funny.
didn't know if that was like a monster that they couldn't do right, so they just did that. And
No, no, not to my
maybe we
knowledge.
were again. Actually, remember that octopus thing that attacked Kong and he ate it in
Yeah,
Skull
yeah,
Island?
yep,
But
yep.
okay, by the way, folks, in a way to get ready for Kong versus Godzilla, Justice, would you want to tell them what we're going to be doing for the other films?
I would not.
Okay. Is that serious?
Yeah, because yeah. You go ahead and do that.
Oh, I didn't know if you were like, no, let's not tell them at all.
No. You just, I'm gonna give you the torch on that one. You go ahead and do that.
Okay. So we're gonna be doing some commentary, some voice commentary. So we're gonna start from. Are we gonna do all three? Yeah, we're gonna do all three movies in the. We call it. Him and I call it the Monarch verse. However, if you see in the opening shot of this trailer, they labeled it the Monster verse.
Did they? I thought it was officially the Monarch verse. No. Oh
no,
wow.
No. They labeled it the Monster verse,
Really?
which is okay. But I also thought that the Monsterverse was going to be that Tom Cruise mummy thing.
So exactly.
So
that's why
that's the only reason that we dubbed it the Monarch verse is because that whole like universal monster thing was supposed to be the monster verse. They literally dubbed it that in the beginning of the Mummy. So
exactly. Yeah,
that's why we labeled it the Monarch verse. However, what we're going to do is we're going to start with Godzilla 2014 and we're going to do all three films in the Monarch verse or the monster verse. And we're going to do voice commentary for them. We'll give you facts. We're going to give you funnies.
It's picture it like any YouTube video you ever seen. It's essentially just a watch party with your boys, Big Drip and TY.
The thing is, we're going to have to use because nicotine is the only one I've seen it done with. If we're going to be watching the actual whole film, we're going to start the show here on YouTube and Facebook. And once we start playing the actual film, we have to switch to Twitch. So you guys will have to come over with us if you're here.
Guys,
but we're
keep in mind, just real quick, keep in mind, guys, that part of it is still that's the only reason we haven't even released this yet, because that's still up in the air whether or not we'll do the entire movie with you guys. So if we do the whole movie and keep everything we say in the entire movie, then we'll have to do it the way he just described to you. But if we just pick and choose what we want and rather, have like a half hour worth of content, we can put that on YouTube. But if it's the entirety of the movie, it would have to go to Twitch simply because of copyright rules on YouTube. So just keep that in mind, guys.
So we're still figuring that out.
Little details,
but we are doing it, and we'll get you ready for Kong versus. I mean, I keep saying Kong versus Godzilla, but it's actually Godzilla versus Kong.
It's easier to roll off the tongue that way. I keep saying that too.
I keep going to type the hashtag out, and I always do Kong versus Godzilla, and then I have to delete it and do it all over again, and it's stupid. So if you ever see me,
interesting.
If you ever see Kong versus Godzilla, I probably wrote it because I'm an idiot. So that's about it for our trailer reaction. I'm glad that we got to watch the trailer with you. I'm glad we didn't get taken down right away. That was cool. That's right. All you have to do is, make it fair use. We're doing a commentary breakdown. So I had a lot of fun. I thought it came out really well. I thought we had some fun here. We got to. So I'm glad Caden was here to throw in, because I didn't know if Mechagodzilla was going to actually make an appearance in this. I had a feeling Mechagodzilla might be in it, because if you're going to have Kong and Godzilla in the film, you need someone else to fight, and it can't be Ghidorah.
He's basically Doomsday.
So I think Mechagodzilla would be perfect, especially because of the way this world has built, right? So this world's been built. They've had 3 movies with monsters now, lots of them. So it's only natural that they build their own eventually, right?
So what you just said made me think of something. In the old 90s movies, there's a Mecha King Ghidorah where they kind of it's similar to the Eco Terrorists, and they go find the dead body of him. They build him a robot head and kind of fix his chest. So that could be our doomsday. I'm
Right.
curious now, dude.
Huh.
See, guys, I'm not lying when I say I'm stupid hyped for this movie.
Was that the 1999 series? No, because the 99 series was just that one film, right?
Yeah, to my understanding, there's only one movie in 1999, and that's the one with the he looks like a golem and he kind of swallows Godzilla, and Godzilla has to like blow his way out. But Mecha King Ghidorah is in the 90s movies. I know that much for sure.
Okay, we'll go do some digging because I am not a huge like. I've watched a lot of the Godzilla and Kongs, right? I've watched them, most of them. However, they were when I was younger, and the 90s movies were like the most recent to me. And, you know, it's been 20 years since those. So I had to like catch up on all the names of everything and stuff because I was a young kid. I didn't care. I just wanted monsters.
I'm very much familiar with these, but don't feel bad because I couldn't name a lot of the monsters either. But I used to play the video games as well growing up. So I'm very familiar. I absolutely adore Godzilla. King Kong, not so much. Not until Skull Island anyways.
Skull Island is a dope movie. I thought it was done so well.
It's so good. It's so good. And having Samuel L. Jackson and Dewey Cox in that movie just made a A+ kind of film. Absolutely loved it.
John C. Reilly was so funny in that movie.
Wreck-It Ralph, baby.
So if make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you ring the notification bell so you don't miss those uploads. We actually found that the notification bell is really handy, and it lets you know when we're uploading, just so you know. And then it's like kind of like a reminder on your phone. So I thought that was really cool. You can also become a supporter of the show with contributions monthly. Shout out to Caden Reed for being our first number one. Our first contributor. He'll be receiving something in the mail shortly from exclusive from our exclusive line of merchandise. All of our links can be found in the description, including a donation link so you can help my mother fight breast cancer. Medical bills, all that kind of stuff, it goes towards. And then, our social medias are down there as well, and how you can find us on all podcast platforms. I am so grateful to everyone who watches our show weekly. We have a huge month coming up in February. I will play the video and then Justice can take us out.
That's right. Thank you again, guys.
Yeah, I really can't say thank you guys enough.
All right, guys, and that's it. We appreciate you again. Thank you so much. What happened?
I would say that list doesn't include a lot of the guests. But the few surprise ones, they're going to be, they're really fun. And the schedule will be coming out February 1st. So, all right, go ahead, Justice, take us out.
That's right. Thank you again, guys. We appreciate you so much. A special big shout out and thank you to Caden Reed. We appreciate you. You're our first donator, and we couldn't thank you enough. And you're always here when we shoot and record, and you're always interacting with us. So, guys, if you're anybody else watching, you ever wonder, how to be a fan, how to be a culture comrade, Caden is your prime example. That's how you do it. We want to talk to you guys. Get in the comment section. I don't mean that because of like the donation.
No. Like if you look, he's always interacting. He's interacted back.
Exactly.
No, but I'm saying that someone always answers, and we're not like those huge YouTubers where you just leave a comment and it never get answered. We're here to answer it. Get in now while we're on the smaller side, and we'll take you. We'll take you to the top, baby.
That's right. So thank you again, guys. We love you so much. Follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe. Ring that bell, comment, like, whatever you want to do it. Do it, please. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I smell bad. I don't care what you say. Just talk to me. I want to hear you. Follow me on Twitter at DripBig, and we'll see you. We'll see you. We'll see you in 2 days. What's today? Monday. We'll see you on Wednesday, baby, for a quick dip. Thank you so much, guys.
But it was weird.
Yes. Oh, by the way, Wednesday, Scott McClellan from DC Film Squadcast Media will be here. So,
Woo-woo.